downtown Columbus, Ohio. And that's the scene for today's clash between Columbus and Baltimore. The young fans are excited. They should be. Their Destroyers picked up their first win last week. Hi, everybody. It's great to have you with us. Welcome inside the broadcast booth with the two-time AFL MVP, Matt D'Orazio. I'm John Perel. And Columbus and Baltimore played very well last week, Matt. What did they do for an encore?
Well, they both desperately needed wins. One was Columbus trying to get their first win of the year, and Baltimore trying to get their first road win of the year. A lot of positive momentum going on right now. See who can transfer from 1 week to the next.
And it could be a historic day for the all-world receiver, Joe Hills of Baltimore. He has a touchdown in 99 consecutive games. Last time he didn't catch one, I think he was 7 years old.
That's incredible, honestly. 99 in a row, looking for 100 right now. No one stopped him at 99 tries. I'm sure it won't be 100. And I got a chance to talk to him before the game, man. Class act all the way, true professional, team guy, very competitive. So impressed with his attitude and overall approach to the game.
And the Columbus quarterback, Grant Russell, he played excellent last week. 6 touchdown passes. What did he do well?
Well, what he did well was he didn't turn the football over. No sacks, no fumbles, no turnovers as far as through the air as well. And he just looked like he saw everything clearly. He trusted his eyes and made great throws. And as a rookie, sometimes it takes a while. It clicks. Russell resets his feet, throws a dime out to Browning, who's wide open, and it's all done by the protection up front, the fake by Russell, and then the completion right there. So that's Coach Salk setting something up, and then you're so happy when you say, okay, it's going to work if you guys execute. Done there, 6 points.
Now, this could be interesting. Tyler Durbin is a new kicker for Columbus, former Ohio State star, and it's the barbell. So he clearly is having some issues, and you know how difficult it is to kick in this league, Matt. This is a guy unfamiliar with arena football, played very well 3 years ago with the Buckeyes, but a perfect throw.
Yeah, and Russell's got to be happy. He's picking up where he left off last week. All touchdowns, no interceptions. And the kicking game is going to be an issue. You know, they lose Craig DeLeg, and this week they've got a new sub in. And the kicking game is a big part of arena football. Hitting the bars, extra points, field goals, all that sort of thing. But I think as a coach going into it, you know that that's going to happen. Back in 2006, our kicker for the Chicago Rush pulled his groin warming up. Our backup quarterback, Michael Bishop, ended up being our kicker for the entire game, which was a crazy thing in itself. Kickoffs, all that sort of thing. So
was he towing it?
He was towing it. It was impressive, and he actually was pretty good, to be honest with you, considering never kicked before. But it does kind of change your game plan a little bit. So Coach Salk knows he's got a rookie kicker who's kicking for the first time. He may not go for extra points. It may be a go for 2 now. He gave him a shot. Not that you're going to panic, but let the guy kind of ease into it a little bit. We'll see how it plays out.
And also, kickoffs will play a role, too. Although this is a good one by Durbin off the net. And here comes Irvin Phillips, former Syracuse star, with some shake and bake past the 10. And tackled at the 11 by Ace Clark. Clark, the 6'3" linebacker from Western Carolina. Quarterback for Baltimore.
Lets the ball underthrown just a bit. Browning's right there. I'll tell you right now.
A late flag, and that's going to be penalty on Darrell Cato Bishop for roughing the passer.
There's some heat definitely brought there. And the Destroyers will be happy to take that one for sure. Gets them a fresh set of downs and gets the ball out to the 15-yard line. But if that pressure's coming now, you know it's coming again.
Russell continues to wear the gloves. Is that a good thing?
I mean, after last week's performance, I'd say yes.
Nice out on the near side as Garrett gets slammed down as he approached the 15. Heavy hit by Joe Powell. But Garrett with some nifty hands.
Yeah, that's a great catch, but that's an even better throw. That is a tight window. They tried to bait him into throwing an interception.
Midfield. time on a flag throw.
Yeah. I think his rotator cuff might have busted on that one. The officials really got behind that one.
Illegal formation by the defense. Number 58 was lined up too wide. That penalty is declined, and the results of the play is a first down.
Now explain what that means, Matt, lining up too wide by Kareem Smith.
So defensive end cannot be wider than the offensive lineman cannot get too far wide. You have to split him if you're too far wide, and your outside shoulder your inside shoulder is out further than his outside shoulder. Too wide, can't rush outside like that. Got to stay tight.
First down for Baltimore. Sequence moments ago, big penalty against Darrell Bishop. Now Baltimore with a penalty and another flag.
Yeah.
The pass is intended for Joe Hills. Terrence Taylor up a bit slowly.
Defensive pass interference, number 21. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's on Aaron Ivory.
Yeah, he had Hills one-on-one here. You see him just grab him. That is a tough assignment. And first of all, he's got a size advantage. He's got a strength advantage. So, and you're jumping a route where you're thinking, you might get the ball short, and then he breaks loose, and instead of him just running loose and getting an automatic touchdown, and we'll see the celebration, the 100, he's going to make him earn it, and he grabs him, and probably not a bad decision there if you're Ivory.
Well, Hills is crafty. He's perfected the fade throw in the red zone. He is the receiver as he gets tackled and engulfed by Parmasoni and also Ace Clark.
Hill's short. And I guess he is more of a weapon when it comes into the red zone, like you mentioned. Throw it up high, let him jump and go get it and dunk on everybody. But right now, I think the thing we're taking it short because people respect him so much. You almost have to play off and say, "Hey, we'll give you stuff up front. We'll fly to the ball. We'll make tackles. But you're not going to beat us over the top."
What Hills does, he holds the defender until the last minute.
Yeah.
And he pushes him away. And as Matt Sock, the Columbus coach, said, they really call it on him because he has that respect. Boyd to Hills, and there it is. 100 straight games with a touchdown for the marvelous Joe Hills. How do you like that from Superman?
That's incredible. Once again, he goes from standstill, so the motion runs by him. Motion takes two defenders, and you'd like to think, how in the world do you forget about a guy that scored 100 touchdowns in a row? But it looked like the Destroyers did right there, and Boyd saw him. He released a little bit late. Nobody around him. He catches it at the goal line. Talked about how big and strong he is. No way you're going to slow him down on the 1-yard line. He's definitely getting in, and man, hats off to him. What an accomplishment in so many ways. Man, he's been healthy for so long. He plays through all these bumps and bruises. And by the way, he's got 100 touchdowns in a row.
And it goes off the bar by Lane Clark. And the game is tied. But Joe Hills keeps the ball as he should. That record started June 29, 2012. He was playing for the Tampa Bay Storm, and 7 years later, that's 100 straight games with a touchdown.
I'm glad it's over, and me and my teammates and my family can just, relax now.
Hall of Famer Damian Harrow held the record before with 78 consecutive games with a touchdown. You blew that record out of the water. Where does this accomplishment rank over the course of your career?
It's one of the high. It's up there at the top, man. It's a testament that I didn't even know I would play 100 games, and me and my family have sacrificed a lot. I know my wife's watching somewhere right now. This is great, man. It's great.
The story of Samson says if you cut the hair, you lose the power. Is your hair giving you power today?
Absolutely not, man. My wife hated it, to be honest with you, but nah, man. I just enjoy the game of football and look forward to pushing the total to 115, 125, and that good stuff.
Joe Hill, styling
What
on
is
and off the field, guys.
my
John, back
God.
to you.
Yes, he is.
The fuck?
Thank you very much,
How do you get
Dan.
out of it?
11-yard
How do you, what the
touchdown.
fuck is
Remember
it?
that for the rest of his
Well, how
life.
the hell they beat me so
Joe
much?
Hills has just been prolific.
Oh my God.
Definition of the word, 206. been known to match Joe Hills in production.
He has another great receiver, but going back to Joe Hills for a second, think about how many things have to go right for that long. We're talking about a good quarterback, staying healthy, offensive line's good. I mean, you've got to be available. I mean, it's amazing, 100 games. It's really impressive. You see him interview, well-spoken guy, team player, quite a record. And then it's funny because you bring up Donovan Morgan, who's been in this league for a long time. One of the guys that's kind of rivaled him as one of the best receivers in the league. He catches the ball, now he's in high motion.
100 catches every year for Morgan. For the most part in his career, first Arena League action, he played for Los Angeles 3 years ago.
Yep.
As they're past midfield, and Grant Russell gets another target.
Yeah, and a vet too, and a leader. All those types of things that come along with Donovan Morgan, and size too. He's kind of like the Joe Hills model there. I mean, 6'2", over 220 pounds, muscles everywhere, speed, strength, and when if you're a quarterback in Grant Russell, your rookie year, and you got a guy over there that's been playing for quite a few years, almost a dozen years, you feel pretty good about throwing to him.
He's got some security blankets now. Deep drop by Russell in traffic and got away with one as it's batted away by Jamal Robinson, defensive back from Albany, 5'9", 175, and Russell has had a problem this year. It's locking on too many receivers.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what happened there. There was some miscommunication, but I don't care what football you're playing, indoor or outdoor. You don't want two receivers in the same spot. What happens is then you bring in two defenders in the same spot. The quarterback sometimes doesn't realize that. You throw the ball thinking it's going to be a clean look, and there's a defender waiting right there. Once again, maybe not a great decision, but Russell gets away with it.
Final play of the quarter. It's a good one to Kenny Cook inside the 15. As Columbus's confidence continues, they've scored on 10 straight possessions, but congrats to Joe Hills. 100 straight with a touchdown. We're at Nationwide Arena. We have more coming up after this. Good scene outside Nationwide Arena. Baltimore and Columbus playing a beauty in the first quarter. This season, the AFL has launched AFL Fan Games, free-to-play prediction games where fans can compete for prizes, including VIP tickets, official game footballs, and official team helmets. Just visit games.arenafootball.com to play for free now. Alongside Matt DeRazio, I'm John Medaparel. Dan Collins is downstairs as Grant Russell throws it away. He was 6 for 8 in the first quarter for 82 yards and a touchdown. And also a 5-yard rushing score. The intended receiver was Kenny Cook as Joe Powell had coverage. Overall, your thoughts on Columbus's offense efficiency? 10 straight drives with a touchdown.
Yeah, it's looking good. And honestly, Russell pulling the trigger has been impressive. And here's if you got to think about it, I mean,
by rule, we will replay the down. It'll be 1st and 10.
It's a good old-fashioned do-over. Turkey Bowl do-over right there. How about that?
Hey, once again, give me some Wedding Crashers football.
There you go.
Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson on Turkey Day.
So back to Russell here, too. He's just playing more confident. I think when you're not wondering what's going to happen and it looks like scrambled eggs and oh my gosh, where's everybody going, and you know where everybody's going, you can calm down, you can relax, you can play and let your skills take over.
Guerra is the man in motion. A deep drop. Guerra's in the end zone. Fabian Guerra. Man, he's tough to stop. 12-yard touchdown throw by Russell. 11 straight possessions with a score, and a fan's going to souvenir as he chucks the ball into the stand.
Yeah, you got to love that. But how about the route? He comes in motion, and he stops on a dime, whips out, gets the separation. Russell does a good job retreating a little bit, giving him some time to run that route. But once again, John, I'm going to go back to what you said in the first quarter. That offensive line up front is doing a great job protecting, and it all starts there.
Turner with his second extra point try in 3 attempts. Hey, you know what? He's never kicked an arena football, but he looks pretty good.
Yeah, 2 for 3.
Fabian Garris looked good all season in his rookie campaign. That's his 10th touchdown of the year.
Every day, visionaries are creating the future. So every day, we put our latest technology and unrivaled network to work. The United States Postal Service makes more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country. Because the future only happens with people who really know how to deliver it.
We need heroes like you.
I'm not gonna fight the war. I'm gonna end it.
Designed to shift quicker. Designed to move faster. This is the redesigned Acura ILX. Designed for the city.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the ILX.
So I have this recurring dream. I'm 85 years old in a job where I have to wear a giant hot dog suit.
What? Where's that coming from?
I don't know. I started my 401k early. I diversified. I'm not a big spender.
That sounds like you're doing a lot.
But I still feel like I'm not going to have enough for retirement. Like there's something else I should be doing.
With the right conversation, you might find you're doing okay.
So no hot dog suit.
Unless you want to.
No.
Schedule a complimentary goal planning session today with TD Ameritrade.
20-13. On that last drive, you saw a name that you may be familiar with in the AFL, but not for many years. It's Donovan Morgan. Your first game since 2016. You had a few catches on that drive. How are you feeling right now getting back in the game?
Man, first off, I want to give, all respect to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm nothing, man. But I went out there. It felt great. Couple plays, man. Coach Saul called a couple good routes for me. I called him. We executed. It felt amazing out there, man.
Like I said before, first game since 2016. What is the process like getting ready to get back on the field in the AFL so many years later?
Oh, man, it's just, hard work, preparation, staying focused, keeping your body in shape, and never giving up. Age has nothing to do with it, man. I took a few years off. It kind of helped my body. I feel like I'm 25, man. I'm just ready to go out here and play some more, man.
Donovan, welcome back, man.
Thank you, man.
John?
Yeah, he looks like he's 25. 12,732 career yards. Staggering numbers for Donovan Morgan. He has more touchdowns than Joe Hills. You know he's good.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, they missed him not being healthy early in the beginning of the year, but they also they found out who they were, and they kind of battled through some tough times, and now they're in a better spot. Now they have him and on the move.
Boyd for Collins, who fell down as he got tangled with the defensive back, Aaron Ivory. No flag. It was just Collins running into Ivory.
Yeah, you got Collins over there by himself, and little Chuck got away with it, maybe? I don't know. A little home cooking. You always like to think that, when you're at home, you might get a call or two. Not a ton of them, but maybe one or two, and they got one there. And, I've always talked about, though, from Boyd's perspective and the quarterback, okay, didn't go great. 2nd and 10, can score, get a first down on any possession from anywhere in the field.
Some pressure. And it's intercepted, but there's a flag. Varmasoni's got it. Sony with a block. And to the end zone. Varmasoni with a pick 6. Isn't coming back.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. I think they're calling a police officer.
Defensive pass interference, number 10. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Baltimore, first down.
John, that's tough. You're in the middle of the field. You got one-on-one, but there was no doubt about it. He grabbed, pulled, tugged, everything. And, good catch by Sony, all that sort of thing, but can't tackle him.
Sony leads the Destroyers with 30 tackles and 2 interceptions. One of the best defensive backs in the AFL, and he's done it for a lot of years. Last year he was in Albany.
John, we've seen him a couple times now, and the one thing we always talk about, he competes, he makes plays. There's guys that are a little bit better than him maybe, that he's going up against, but he just does not give up and continues to make plays.
Collins in motion, good block by Nixon to ward off the pass rush. And an overthrow by Boyd. He had Joe Hills wide open. Boyd's done it for the fan in the Cardinals jersey instead of Joe Hills.
Those are the tough ones. I mean, Hills is wide open, miscommunication once again, almost like we saw Columbus in the first quarter going the same direction along the same wall, and Boyd just lets the ball sail out of bounds. Got to keep it in the building. On those types of plays, quick scan, make sure nobody's out there, just throw it up and let him run underneath, and you want to miss on the inside.
And we always talk about players needing a short memory in arena football,
Yeah.
but when you miss a throw like that, do you let that set for the next 2 throws? Well, he doesn't there, but there is a fumble scooped up by Hills after Williams got popped just shy of midfield. What a hit. Joe Hills alertly picked up the loose ball.
Yeah, let's address 2 things here. Definitely learn from it. You don't think about it. You can tell by the throw. Great throw. You move on, learn from it. But how about this? That's a big hit, and then here's the guy, Hills. To me, that's a guy that wants to win. That's a team player. Didn't get the ball, but his awareness of what's going on, his eyes are on the football. He realizes that his partner there fumbled the ball, and he races over and saves the day. That's a huge play. You look back on when this thing's over and figure out how big it was.
Big time hustle by Joe Hills. It was a Jordan Thomas Varmus Sony sandwich as Boyd calls his own number on 2nd and short.
And sometimes guys, receivers in particular, maybe guys like Joe Hills get a bad rap as, divas and all this sort of thing. If you're not throwing to me, hey, he's a team player, and he showed right there just his awareness alone is one thing you've got to appreciate as a teammate, and also when you're coaching him, and Omar Smith as a head coach.
Shane Boyd, 8 years in the league, up and down career as a starter, started a few games, then to the bench, never really secure. This year he's very secure, 33 touchdown passes.
Looks great, looks great.
Goes in motion, he's got it. Slammed down at the 17. Varmus Sony on the stop. Do you like that route?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's an adjustment route here. So Hills stops for the hitch. He realizes that he's covered. Him and Boyd are on the same page. As the linebacker tries to get underneath Hills, he sneaks over a little looky route. And it's nice to say, going back to your original comment, Boyd and him are on the same page. Maybe in years past, Boyd might have panicked and said, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Get out of there. Make a bad play, worse right there. But he just nice and calm, delivers on the same page, big completion.
7 yards, 2nd down and 3. Circling is Brandon Collins. Flips it to Joe Hills for another touchdown. 18-yard score. Joe Hills building upon his unbelievable resume as he just always has the right wherewithal to find the end zone.
He does, and it's a well drawn up play because Collins has the corner. You'll see him right there cut in front of us, and then Hills a little delayed crosser, and he gets wide open from Ivory. And you saw the touch pass by Boyd. He didn't need to fire it in there. You know that Hills has got the separation, he's got the strong hands, he's got the height. Just float it out there, let him go for it.
It's 5 catches for Hills, 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lane Clark missed an extra point earlier. So it's 20-20, a shootout in the capital region of Ohio. Joe Hills, yeah, we knew he'd have an encore in his bag after 4 touchdowns last week. How about his second this afternoon?
It's time to work smarter and faster than ever before with Steel.
Either not happy with the fact that he didn't take a timeout, or also the fact that he misfired on the throw.
My hunch is that it's the throw. He's got a receiver wide open. They gave him the man coverage that he wanted. He's got Morgan in high motion. You got a clean look at it. Pressure steps up nice, and you see it right there. You just got to put it near Morgan so he can compete for the football. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. You got to give him a chance, and that's where the frustration sets in. This will be the last play of the half.
Morgan 6'2", 210 from Pearl River Community College. So here it comes for the Destroyers. Oh, what a hit. Blasted is Kenny Cook. That was Joe Powell with a hit.
Into the first half.
And that will do it for the end of the first half. So a crunch job. Baltimore gets a little momentum back after an interception by Varmasoni. Jacked up Columbus. Let's go downstairs to Dan Nolan.
All right, thanks, John. Here with Coach Matt Sock. Overall, really good start on the offensive side. You took care of the football. I know that was a big goal today. Your assessment of the first half play so far?
It sucked. I mean, with 2 drives, we should score. I got wide open guys, we can't freaking hit them. I'm pissed off. Wide open guys. We can't miss them. That's how you win football games.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks.
John?
Wow, quite candor from Matt Sock. I think he's upset.
Yeah, he caught him in the heat of the battle right there for sure.
All right, thank you, Dan. And you know what? He's right. He has a beef there. They definitely were wide open. But we got a good one. It's 20-20 at halftime. Of our AFL network broadcast throughout the year, our good friends at DraftKings. And man, we've enjoyed playing this game throughout the season. He's Matt D'Orazio. I'm John Perel. And you know, I like to think I've done pretty well against Matt in DraftKings throughout the year. What do you think? What's the verdict?
I mean,
straight to the pit. I keep on lying to people. Keep on lying to people.
Brandon, thank you.
You know how many people was in that application when I go to church? You couldn't find seat. You have to stand up.
Guerra pass midfield.
They're lying to people.
As he found an alley and he capitalized.
he's always a threat. He's a guy that you don't want to take your you don't want to go get popcorn or concessions when he's getting the ball, because he can break one at any time, and it's little plays like that that are momentum boosters. They help your quarterback. You're across midfield. Russell's coming off a halftime where I'm sure he didn't get talked to very nicely by Coach Sock, so he's a little confident.
Based on our halftime interview that Dan Carr had with him. That's going to be a loss, but a flag down. Baltimore brought the heat again from Dexter Jackson. Some extra lumber on the hit, though.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense number 55. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Needless by Jackson.
Yeah, so much pressure. Russell had pressure and was confused. Oh, yeah, no doubt. He did pull his helmet off. Can't do it. The pressure should be enough. I know you're trying to make a big play, but it's things like that where, you know, you're there, you're in position, you make the play, and then you give the momentum right back to Columbus.
That's why Omar Smith's frustrated. He says, we're leaving plays on the field and we're not making good mental decisions at key points.
Yep. People just got to be aware. There's got to be an awareness there that, hey, this pressure is going to be enough. I don't need to reach out and just grab. So we'll see what Columbus does with these fresh set of downs.
Huge hit on the penalty by Dexter Jackson on the face mask. So first down from inside the 15. Russell. At the barrier, Paul Browning, who scored the first quarter. With a throw by Grant Russell.
John's a great throw. It's a timing throw. It's a trust throw. He throws it really early before Browning comes out of his break. Defender is right on him. Little back shoulder throw on time. That's a beautiful toss. Great catch. And Browning using his power and strength to get that first down.
And a sandwich hit. First and goal, Destroyers. Browning a 22-yard touchdown reception to start the game. Russell in the backfield. What a play by Justin Lawrence. Impact by the defensive lineman in the face of Grant Russell. He was unblocked.
He was. There was so much confusion for Columbus. They went with a different formation, a different personnel group. They've got some extra guys in there. You see Scyther in there at fullback, doesn't typically play that position. They're trying to run a special play. not executed properly, missed blocks, missed assignments, and Russell has to pay the price.
So Tootie Canuch was beaten up front by Justin Lawrence, who had a good career with Philadelphia. That's his 3rd sack of the season. That's tied first in the AFL. Now it's a little different complexion. 2nd and goal from the 6. Donovan Morgan in motion. Deeper drop by Russell to the end zone. Donovan Morgan, you have 6 for the first time in 3 years. How do you like that?
Man, fought all the way back. Great route here. Good motion. Good job by Russell hanging with him. It was a long developing route right there. Morgan was putting on the wiggle. Came out of it. Broke to the corner and almost worked back. A question mark route right there as he's working back to the ball. Good catch by him, and that's a great job on Couturing, who doesn't give up too many touchdowns. Man, he's a special DB.
6-yard touchdown, 3rd catch of the day for Morgan. Welcome back with open arms after an injury. And the extra point connects. The seesaw affair continues. It's a knockout game, as the feel of whoever has the ball last wins.
What's going on in here? Can't see what it is yet.
What is that? That's a Blazer? It's a Chevy Blazer?
Oh, it is?
Now Saturday. Small alley for Herb Phillips, but it closed quickly. And who made the tackle? Fabian Guerra. Special teams demon. Well, he does it all. He's aggressive, hard-working individual. Fabian Guerra, the rookie from Fairmont State, West Virginia. And like the counterpunch again by Columbus, the touchdown pass by Grant Russell to Donovan Morgan, Mr. All-World, who has 12,764 yards in his career on 910 catches and 291 career touchdowns.
Yeah, nice to see him get that touchdown. Good job by Russell finding him, being patient in the pocket. Good protection up front, allowed Russell to step up and set his feet and make a nice throw.
You've seen a lot of good receivers in your playing career. You've got a plethora of them. Where does he rank?
Well, he's up there for sure. He understands his game. He's a big, tall, strong guy.
Brandon Collins having an all-world game. Had to wait on the throw, but did a great job to adjust again. That's a 1st down and more for Baltimore, now in destroyer territory.
Yeah, Collins is a great compliment to Hills. I mean, more of the shifty, receiver, smaller, obviously, than Hills as far as height goes, but great compliment nonetheless. And those two feel like they have the best receiving core in the AFL. And I guess we saw them last week, and we're seeing them this week, and there's no doubt they're trying to keep that title.
Williams has been unheralded too.
Yeah.
Not enough balls to go around right now. Boy, with some pressure to the end zone. Collins, he got it again. A hat trick for Brandon Collins, and what a job by Boyd, but there is a flag down. Man, under that heavy pressure, he still found Brandon Collins.
Yeah, that's just being a football player. Pressure, Boyd makes it happen. Extends the play to his right, makes a great throw.
Illegal formation by the defense, number 67. Is not in his stance at the snap. That penalty's declined, and the results of the play is a touchdown.
It's on Terrence Taylor, defensive lineman from Michigan.
How about Boyd? Feels it all the way, extends the play, and then that throw off of one leg. I mean, he lays it out there, knows Collins is just going to accelerate and find a way to get open, and there's nobody near him.
Boyd's 5th touchdown of the game. Throw for 192 yards. Clark. And it's a 7-point Baltimore lead. Every time someone scores, the other team has an answer. Shane Boyd, impressive, throwing off his back foot across his body. The dart to Brandon Collins.
And so we had to make sure we got a score. So we got some guys to make some plays. BC made a play, broke the tackle. Our playmakers are making plays. This is what we got to continue to do as offense and stay in front of them. As long as we strike.
They the ball and this back for Roy. I can start the game tomorrow. I'm not playing.
I'll bring it tomorrow because I'm gonna be out.
Yeah, bring them letters. I'm leaving it right here. And don't leave here and
He said it a few times. I think that the teams around the league and certainly the players, when they see this Columbus team up close and they're playing,
about 6 ball,
they
4
realize how
ball,
good
6
they
ball
are.
in
And
it.
you got to give them the respect they deserve.
And Columbus has earned that respect despite
Pile up here,
6
how about
losses. The inside move by Fabian Guerra. Finally tackled by Jamal Robinson, but he has nifty moves in the open field.
It's always nice to make a guy miss right there. Awareness, a couple spin moves, extra yards. Check that football. Always wanted to put good stuff on film. Made the tackle on special teams before. And John, the old saying is, when you're trying to make a roster, a professional team, it's the more you can do. I mean, if you can do lots of things, you're valuable to the team. And
make yourself necessary.
Yep, they keep you around.
Hear that a lot come NFL cutdown game. You know what, Guerra spent the last couple of days trying out for the XFL. He just flew into Columbus this morning. So he had an XFL tryout, which will kick off in February.
Nice, yeah.
We both agree that would be good for the Arena League to get more players involved with the XFL in terms of increasing the profile of the league, right?
No doubt about it. All leagues, NFL, Canadian football, XFL, wherever they can play. Once again, some of those players move to this league. So it's a nice opportunity for everybody to showcase what they can do, get some good stuff on film, and continue their careers and kind of really living out their dreams.
First down for the Destroyers. Pump fake by Russell. Garrett with an alley. Rugged hit at the 8, but a first down, 17-yard pickup. He took a lick. Big time hit by Naismith.
It's a well-designed play, a screen. Blockers out in front, you love that, but how about this? Man, spinning out there and almost ended up in the first row there.
Yeah, Robert Hayes piled on after Naismith hogtied him.
You gotta be ready if you're in that first row. Keep your popcorn and nachos out of the line of sight.
Fabian Guerra, some anxious moments, but working hard. He's industrious. First and goal at the 8. Skip pass, incomplete. Donovan Morgan intended receiver. Victorian and Joe Powell on coverage.
And this is actually probably the best result for Russell. I mean, he throws that in the dirt, I'm thinking on purpose, because he sees Joe Powell sink off, and if that ball's a catchable football, Powell steps in front and probably picks that. So, sometimes those are even the best plays. You don't see it on film, it's not the touchdown. But when you go back and look at it, you're like, okay, great decision. Didn't throw an interception. Second down, red zone. Let's go find a way to score.
Who cares if it looks ugly? At least you didn't throw a pick.
Exactly.
Easy for me to say. Second down and goal. And that was an errant toss. What happened there for Brent Russell as the intended receiver? Stoshak was going the wrong way.
Well, it's Powell and Victorian doing a great job. See how they switched the men right there? Instead of chasing on the man, they traded right there. Guys ran to be covered, no one there. Russell didn't realize they were going to do that. And as a result, really no one was open and just really threw a speedball by him.
I think that was a Bruce Springsteen line from Glory Days.
Some people call me the boss.
Well, I'm not sure I'd go that far. I love your reference. I'm a huge Springsteen fan. So the end zone incomplete with Donovan Morgan, and the helmet comes off. It's been off kilter since they got inside the red zone, and Columbus looks confused.
Yeah, and this is a big fourth down right here. See Morgan, number 2.
What then? Tell me something. Why you on that end of the corner?
He does
the table.
so big and
And
strong,
you drink there, and the spoon hanging off there with the sugar on it.
You can't play as if you're going to get one. You just got to fight through it and find a way to get to that football, even though he did get grabbed, no doubt about it.
Jamal Robinson, maybe He got away with one. Defending Donovan Morgan. Love this for your play of the game for the Columbus Destroyers. 4th and goal at the 8. Morgan, incomplete. Pressure on Russell, and they do not capitalize. So 4th and goal, and what a lift for the Baltimore defense.
Once again, great defense. Ball in the corner. Morgan really never gets to the corner. A little bit of pressure there, but certainly time to make the throw. A lot of miscommunication there in the red zone.
Play free fantasy AFL tomorrow on DraftKings for your share of real cash prizes. Go to arenafootball.com, click on the DraftKings banner, and download the app. Use the promo code ARENA when you sign up and play free today. Matt and I and Dan Nolan competing this week. Compete as well. It's certainly a phenomenal aspect of the football broadcast this year. We thank our friends at DraftKings and all our sponsors. The 3rd quarter for Brent Russell is 3 for 7. He's been sacked twice. Boyd, with some pressure, just flipped it away as he goes down. And Ace Clark was the man in coverage for Columbus.
Got the pressure. The defense is going to have to step up big. I mean, they're down a score. You cannot go down 2 scores. You don't want to play too much catch up. And so if you're the defense, you've got to know and approach this thing as this thing is going to go into the 4th quarter. We've got to get a stop here, because if we do, we're still in this ball game. Offense can go and tie this thing up.
They are going to kill the clock as we head towards the final 15 at Nationwide Arena. 14 points for Baltimore in the 3rd, 7 for Columbus. That's where we stand. 34-27 after 3.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Let's go. You ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Arena football is something that's sort of interesting to me. We got the opportunity to try something new and see this.
Love spending time with friends and family. That's why we're all here.
I gotta make it. I just gotta make it. I don't care what it takes. Kicker Mark Lewis will get the game going. Onside kick here. The ball is loose. Going deep off the net. Into the end zone. It's caught. Down. Indoor football thing. The net works. Philadelphia moving. That was outrageous. He just knocked a piece of the wall to the ground.
Welcome back to AFL Saturday on the AFL Network. Good one between Baltimore and Columbus, 34-27 for 3 with Matt Tarazio and Dan Nolan. I'm John Perel, Shane Boyd. And Baltimore trying to hang on for their 5th win. They haven't scored in the 4th quarter of the last 2 games. That's a stunning number. We saw them last week get stifled by a stout Albany defense, but they still won the game.
That's great. It is crazy because, well, first of all, how arena football is set up, and 2, as you mentioned, they won a football game, and the other one they had a chance to win. They lost by a point and missed a field goal. So it's a crazy stat, and we'll see if the Destroyers are probably hoping they can do that for 3 games in a row.
Oh, by the way, Baltimore trying to win 2 straight on the road for the first time in its history. Wide open, Milton Williams. East-west and cut down at the 21. Good tackle by Aaron Ivory. 202-pounder out of Finlay. That's the 4th catch of the game for Milton Williams, who needed 8 at the start of the game to reach 100 in his career.
And this is the progression of Boyd. You talked about it. He's kind of had ups and downs, bench, played, really had not been a solid starter. And this year he's really coming into his own. Destroyers throw a little zone at him. So when you're playing zone, that means somebody on the field's open. You just got to find him. He does a good job scanning the field, going through his progression, delivering a nice pass.
I think you said well before the end of the third quarter. This is a vital defensive stand for Columbus. Williams again hit hard at the wall. Clark and Sony combining on the stop. Clark's not afraid to throw his body around. He's out of Western Carolina. Jack linebacker.
Yeah, this defense has really been great all season, and you see the hit right there by Clark. Talking over there a little bit. Hill's on the wall. Just maybe just congratulate him. Say, hey, good job on 100.
Well, what do coaches during your football career tell you? Hit through the echo of the whistle.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing this defense is always, we've seen it quite a few weeks, is they fly around, they make plays, they're always giving their team a chance to get a W.
Boyd flinging it from Collins. My, oh my, Brandon Collins did not bring it down. It would have simply been miraculous. He already has 3.
That is incredible. Happy to see Collins stand up after that, going through the doors, over the wall, getting back up and making plays. Watch this route. Man, he shook him up wide open. Boyd throws it early, gives him a chance, but we've seen Sony never give up on a play.
The wall is undefeated.
Undefeated. Right there, you got the door wall, though. Maybe that was a break because it gave a little bit as he went over. There's a pad around there. There's a little blue pad that, I don't know if that does much, but at that point, he'll take anything.
I don't think anything does much in that corner. I think I just pulled something watching that.
We all did up here.
Or broke something for that matter. Boy with a flag for Hills, who now has 100 straight games with a touchdown catch after 2 thus far.
Defensive holding number 10. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
You see Hills on the release, and Sony's got to trust his skills. He really does, and his technique. He did not need to hold him. He gets off clean, and he pulls him right away. But look at him. He's right there. He's competing. The flag was at the line of scrimmage. Everything else looks good right there. But what happens is he didn't trust his technique early, and he pulls him because Hills gets by him on his step.
Well, that's what Matt Sock was talking about, too. Joe Hills, they're not going to call it on him.
No.
More than 90% of the time, it's on the defensive back, even if Hills pushes up.
Well, there's definitely some nuances as a receiver, a little chicken wing, a little thing like that to make things happen.
Dan Nolan, what do you have downstairs?
Well, we could have seen the residual effects of Collins flipping over the wall a few plays ago, reaching for his lower back, having to come off the field after that last play. And then right on cue, Collins is coming back on the field. Guys, this is a tough wide receiver. He had perhaps the catch of the year last year, where he had his toes on the top of the wall to make the grab, face planted on the concrete, held onto the football. He's as tough as they come in the Arena Football League.
Well, Dan and John, how about the one last week? Full layout in Albany. I mean, and got accordion styled up into the wall at the back of the end. I mean, it's an unbelievable catch. So much toughness, and I'm just telling you right now, a guy can play.
Seconds ago, they go right back to Joe Hills, who's covering this time. Better coverage by Barmason.
Yeah, got to trust your technique.
2nd and 10. Good catch by Williams. End zone touchdown. Milton Williams gallops. We got a 16-point lead for Baltimore. That was a 16-yard touchdown strike.
How about that? In traffic, great catch. It's a pretty good throw as well. But Williams staying up, splitting the two defenders and finding the end zone.
Shane Boyd, 6th touchdown pass of the game. That's 12 in 2 weeks. 37 for the season. It's Lane Clark trying to make it a 2-touchdown game. Holder is the backup quarterback, Shane Morris. And it's 41-27 Baltimore. Milton Williams deserves to smile. Boyd lays it on him. Williams does the rest.
Cologuard, colon cancer screening for people 50 and older at average risk. Honey, have you seen my glasses?
I've always had a knack for finding.
Back-to-back road games in franchise history. You were just telling the entire bench, let's finish this one off, let's finish this one off. On that last possession, Williams made a heck of a move, spinning into the end zone. What is it like to have such a complement of wide receivers at your disposal?
I mean, as quarterbacks call it a safety blanket. I mean, as long as I can just get the ball out of my hands and get it in their hands, they're the playmakers. I'm not. So it's just my job to deliver it. And you see what these guys are doing. I mean, these guys are making plays. They're breaking tackles. I mean, they're just doing everything that you're supposed to do as a playmaker. So all I'm doing is dropping back and getting it out of my hands.
Real quick, key to closing the game out.
We got to take care of the ball. So we're in front. We're trying to keep our foot on the pedal. As long as we don't turn the ball over, that's the name of the game. That they're not going to be able to catch up. They can only score 1 touchdown at a time.
Perfect, Shane. Thank you.
Thank you.
John?
All right, Dan, thank you. Emotions running fast and furious on the Baltimore sideline. Fabian Guerra. What a ferocious special teams hit by Maurice Morgan. And he gets the bump from Seth Walker, the Brigade defensive coordinator. And Baltimore's riding momentum at Razio.
They really are. And nice to, they're probably happy they scored their first points in the fourth quarter in 3 weeks now. And now they defensively have to, if they get one more stop, it's over. Columbus has got to answer. No more misses for them.
Catch by Stashak. It's their second leading receiver. Stashak doing a good job in his rookie season out of Florida Atlantic, 6'1", 195. And it's kind of stopped using him more because they've added more veterans to the receiver mix like Donovan Morgan.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's a good thing they have some depth at receiver. First time we've seen him today, makes his first catch of the game. And now they got to find a way to get some points on the board here.
11-yard gain. Russell took it in. Guerra. Wow. Man, he couldn't bring it down. Wow, that would have been superb. Joe Powell and Josh Victorian were trailing the play. And Russell took it at the end of it, but that was a big-time throw.
It was. Now he threw this into double coverage. They had him in a zone. They had him in somebody else open. You'll see Victorian and Power both right there, so probably shouldn't have made that throw. Fit it in there, though, and Guerra could have caught that ball. So, you think about situations like that where you make that throw, you get away with one, but, man, you're hoping you can fit it in there and your guy can make a play.
Oh, what could have been for Fabian Guerra. And it was an XFL camp this week. Got off the plane this morning. Throw to the 23 for 11 yards and a first down as he gets with Tony Stevens, the rangy wideout from Auburn.
Stevens does a good job in that little crossing route, sitting down in the middle of the field, catching the ball, doing what he can do to get the first down. Gets another one right there, and it's a nice respawn, a throw there by Russell. And, he's got that pressure of Coach Salk telling him what's going on. He's missed a couple throws, but he cannot miss any more here down the stretch.
Well, what's the mindset of Matt Salk calling the plays and of the rookie quarterback Grant Russell with almost the 7-minute mark approaching?
I think they're trying to score as quick as they can. They got Morgan in motion right here.
Collapses on him, and he pays for it. As Robert Hayes loses his helmet, Darryl Cato Bishop and Dexter Jackson combine in the sack. They dial up the blitz. Robert Hayes says, yeah, that's right, I lost my helmet.
Slams that thing on there. The pressure is definitely coming. See it, hits that 5-step drop, pressure right up the middle. Got Alexander's the first guy there. Jackson too. Once again, can't panic. Second long, can score on any play. So far, Baltimore's running a lot of zone though, trying to keep the receivers in front of them.
That's why the Brigade lead the AFL in sacks. Stumble, but still a nice route to the 16 as it's complete to Kenny Cook for a first down. What a lift on 2nd and 15.
Yeah, nice throw there. Cook does a good job knowing he's going to catch the ball and get hit in the boards. Stumbles quickly, but gets his feet right back, and they went to man right there. Russell reads it, makes a nice throw.
And there was a late flag. I think they might get Robert Hayes on a penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 9. That penalty will be added on to the end of the run, half the distance to the goal line, and an automatic first down.
He was too boisterous.
Yeah, couldn't calm down. Kept 2 plays ago, still letting the emotions fly. You see him get taken out of the ball game. Coach Omar Smith will not let that happen. He was a defensive player himself. You mentioned he's a Hall of Famer, championships on every level as a coach and a player, and he was a consummate pro. He played like a pro. He had a great demeanor about him, and you can't do that to your team, especially when you're ahead right now and you cannot give Columbus any signs of life.
Yeah, that's something that will be addressed by Omar Smith after he lost his helmet. Wide open in the flat. Miles Mason was waiting for it, the fullback. And an errant pass by Grant Russell. Mason, the 305-pound fullback from Utah. Clear touchdown if he caught it.
Just misses him, and on the screenplay, you're trying to retreat. You're bringing the defenders in, make them think that they're going to get to you, get the screen off, but you got to complete it. And that's a tough one off his back foot with pressure, trying to find Mason, just overshoots him.
2nd and goal at the 8. Guerra, the man in motion. Touchdown, Columbus. He threaded the needle. Kenny Cook was the beneficiary. 8-yard touchdown pass for Grant Russell. And the Destroyers grab some momentum back.
They needed that one bad, and Russell does a good job stepping up in the pocket, making a play. I thought he was going to run again. This is similar to a play we saw earlier in the first half. Could have pump fake, doesn't. Threads the needle for Cook. Good job working the pocket. Puts it in there. It's a big play by Russell.
Big miss for the extra point, the rookie kicker. Trailing by 8, but a missed extra point with under 5 minutes to play. With Matt Tarazio and Dan Nolan up, John Mita Perrell. And we got an onside kick attempt. Joe Hills scoops it up at the near side wall. And that's an unfamiliar spot again for Tyler Durbin. Quirky kick. In his first ever game for the Destroyers. First ever game kicking in the Arena League, and now Baltimore's positioned perfectly. You know, we talked about during the break what they have to do to stop him. Now it's making their job even harder.
Yeah, it definitely is. I do like the fact that they went for the onside kick. I felt like that was a great effort by Durbin considering first ever attempt. Had a chance, had the ball in 10 yards. Looks like you have a shot at it, trying to steal a possession right there. You got Hills, couldn't handle it quite well on the first bobble there, but gets the ball out of bounds and retains possession. And here's the deal: defense, obviously, you're trying to get a stop. You got 4 minutes and 30 seconds, clock's ticking. If you get a stop, you obviously you're in a good position. If you don't get a stop, you got to get the ball scored and do the same exact thing.
Was it too early to chase points?
That's a question. I don't know. I'm not sure on that. Plain results, yes, but I like the way they were thinking to try to sneak a possession on the onside kick.
Movement. There's flags.
Before the snap, delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So, John, I think it's, especially with that penalty, you're fine because it is so difficult to score in the red zone. You don't want them to, you could try to hold them, but then once again, it eats up a lot of clock trying to march down the field. So give them a short field, try to put on your defense and get a stop, hit the ball, save some time. The way that this clock is moving right now, they're going to need to get a stop ASAP.
Columbus lost the timeout on the challenge.
Yeah.
Big one. The fumble that was recovered in the end zone by Rory Nixon. Nick Seither sacked Shane Boyd. That's a big play in this game. There's your turning point. Challenge was not confirmed. Nixon, the fullback. Hit for a loss by Parmasoni. That's 305 pounds against 180 pounds.
Yeah, and Baltimore went to the jumbo package, so they got all the receivers out there. They put in the fullbacks and defensive linemen and all the extra guys to try to run the football a little bit. One, to maybe see if they could probably pop one, and two, to burn a little bit more clock. They're on first down. Everybody else, personnel-wise, checks back in the game from the receiver standpoint. You're on the 9-yard line, second down, clock running. Every play is vital right here for the Destroyers. They've got to stop them.
What do you call?
I mean, to me, I always put Hills in motion and let him make a play.
Joe Hills with 2 touchdowns, including now scoring in 100 straight games. Elite record. Broke behind the receiver. Intended for Milt Williams, who scored a touchdown. Fourth throw by Shane Boyd.
Timeout. Columbus. That is their second charge to the half. The ball will be marked ready for play.
And John, one thing to think about here is as third down's coming up off this timeout is how much you trust your kicker if you're Baltimore. Because if you don't score on this play, you got a fourth down decision to make. Hey, if we kick a field goal, we can put this in 2-possession game. That may be enough to seal the deal,
especially with 1 timeout left for Columbus.
Yeah, so think about that too. But then again, we've seen enough where kickers, it's a tough proposition to make a field goal here in this league.
2 for 3 on third down attempts for Baltimore. Short route to the 4 in the wall. Dropped by Brandon Collins, who gets up slowly.
That is their third and final time of the half. It will be a 30-second timeout.
So Columbus with no more timeouts.
So John, here's the two schools of thought. Kick a field goal, we make it, we're up by 2 possessions. Or we go for this, we score, obviously we're up by 2 possessions.
What would you do?
I personally would go for it just because of, aggressive offensive game. You trust your guys. You got one of the best receivers in the league, best receiving core in the league. And here's the thing too: say you don't score, they give the ball back. You're still up by 8. You can't lose at this point. You can't lose. You can only tie. They got to score and 2-point conversion. So to me, I'm going for it.
First charge.
Trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Baltimore plays the chess match. Omar Smith takes his first timeout
the ball will be
of the second half. Is this a good timeout by Omar Smith as Brandon Collins
Baltimore has selected to use their 30-second
struggling to get off the field? Looks like
first
a little
charge
bit.
to that.
2 weeks in a row, man. He's taking some hits like no other.
But he hangs on.
I mean, you send that film out, or people see that. There's nobody's questioning toughness there.
Shane Boyd towards the Brigade bench.
Kickers on the field.
Interesting decision by Omar Smith. A 21-yard attempt for the rookie, Lane Clark. They're trying to go up by 11. Shane Morris to hold. And a money kick by Lane Clark that pays off on 4th down. Now 4th and 1. First attempt of the season for Clark. He's their 4th kicker this season. It's been a constant roulette wheel spinning it on special teams for Baltimore, but they're up by 11. 2:28 remaining in the Brigade. Pretty good right now. This would be, if they hang on, their first time in franchise history, 2 straight on the road. They do it again next week at Washington, just an hour down the road to D.C. And Columbus at home. We'll be there for that one. At Royal Farms Arena, and then they'll have the bye coming up. So the schedule is not exactly kind, with Washington coming up 2 times in the next couple of weeks, and then you go to Atlantic City July 21st before the end of the regular season. But I said to you during one of the breaks, if I'm any team in the AFL right now, I don't want to play the Brigade.
No, absolutely not, especially the confidence they got after last week going on the road, beating Albany. And here's the thing, though, this game is not over yet. So Columbus getting the ball back here. Who knows, with Fabian back there, Guerra can score at any time, but score, onside kick, you're still in this ball game.
Kicking team. That foul will be carried over and administered from the first play from scrimmage.
Still some ball game left here. Anything can happen. We've seen all the craziest things that you can see in arena football. So
the guy on your screen now can bring it back to the house from 50 yards.
Absolutely.
Saw him do it a few weeks ago. Up to that. Fabian Guerra. Not this time. Stymied. Good coverage by Baltimore, led by Maurice Morgan, who's been phenomenal all day on special teams.
Yeah, it's a 1-2. Special teams is 1-2. Do you want to get down there and make plays or not? And today he's proven he wants to.
That's a good way to put it. Pure effort.
Yep.
Guys don't get much credit, but they should.
Yeah.
Penalty hurts, though. Delay of game pushes the ball to the 15 for Columbus. Grant Russell has thrown for 197 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also has run for a touchdown. The rookie from Columbus, Ohio. Nice throw on the crossing route to Garrett, past midfield, and a first down.
Gonna have to hustle. Clock is definitely running. Just going to score as quick as you can. That's a nice throw across the middle. Garrett does a good job with that, getting the first down. Got to get in and out of the huddle right here, just for the sake of time.
Does the game speed up on you? He's a rookie. Does it speed up on a veteran?
I don't think so. I think he's been playing well enough. Just got to read the defense, take what they give you.
Fumbled snap. That hurts. Darrell Cato Bishop quickly in the backfield, and a loss. First time in a couple weeks they've had a fumbled exchange.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why they've been so good, is because they haven't been doing that. Once you do that, everything's thrown off, timing's off, blocking's off, the whole deal, and that's why Russell takes that big hit.
Canuch is the center out of BYU. And broken up by Josh Victorian. Good defense by Victorian. Intended for Tony Stevens. 1-minute timing rule in effect, Matt. What does that mean?
At 30 seconds, it'll be the timing rules, as you know. Incompletion, clock will stop. Timeout, clock will stop. So if I'm them, I'm trying to get a playoff here before this 30-second rule here. They missed it.
So Columbus up by...
No doubt about it. Here's where Durbin's really going to have to find a way to dial up an onside kick that matters.
Durbin sprinting down to the... other end of the field. They were lined up on the wrong end. Browning beyond the front line. Along with Jordan Thomas. Go towards that way. Joe Hill scoops it up. Spun down by Clark at the 17, but Baltimore recovers. So the Brigade, likely for the first time in franchise history, on the way to their second straight road win. Man, their confidence continues to build.
I'll tell you what, that's a nice attempt once again on the onside kick. Destroyers have a chance at it, but something that's not going to show up is a highlight in the stat book is that Hills, when has recovered 2 onside kicks, right there sticks his nose in there, right up the middle, knows he's going to get hit, and hangs onto the football. We talk about all the touchdowns he has. We talk about all the special, the glamour and the glitz and all the stuff like that, but it's little plays like that that shows he's a competitor. He wants to win, and that's what his team's most impressed with.
Now the victory formation by Shane Boyd. Overzealousness by the Destroyers defense. That wasn't pretty at times.
No.
Both squads, but Baltimore just enough.
John
Flurry of punches.
Yeah, find a way to win, but once again, you think about the Destroyers competing with one of the best teams in the league at home. A possession away, a play away, there's so many things that they did right and a couple things they did wrong. They got them the loss.
That is the end of the game.
6 of their 7 losses. 1 possession away, you could argue.
No doubt about it. That's why